considered maybe doing some Dwarf Fortress today. But I just can't. I can't not be playing
Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Baldur's Gate 3. Although the last couple of days I haven't been playing Starfield on my own, which is good because I keep running into the problem in Baldur's Gate when I play on my own that I catch up to the live stream and then I'm like, well, I don't know what to do now. So I've been playing some Starfield. I've been doing some, I haven't been recording sort of as a Let's Play, but I've been recording some footage from it, and I'm trying to work on a script for like an edited video and discussion about it. So hopefully we'll get one of those relatively soon. Baldur's Gate 3 is part of Dwarf Fortress. There we go. It's new lore. It's the same world. It's the same world. We should have done a party of 4 dwarves, just custom characters. Right? Urist, and Bob.
Just about do.
This stream on Wednesday, I finally watched it, managed to get it done just done with the stream. Nice, Dark Viking. So I'm very hyped for today, because one of the things I've done is, as discussed in Discord, I've done a little bit of a redo of some of our characters over here, which I'm very excited about. So, what's gone on? So last episode, I was complaining, I've talked about this before, right? I love playing druids in tabletop. In this game here, one of the problems with having the druid main character is with social interactions, because you can't talk in animal form. Just fine, that's the way the rules go. But it kind of proves to be a little awkward, especially sometimes you get a fight, and at the end of the fight, a conversation immediately starts, and you don't have the opportunity to like de-shape shift, so your main character can be in the conversation and stuff. And you know, maybe one of the things we could be doing is having more of the other party members take part in the discussion, right? Especially in this area here, I've had Shadowheart doing a few things, which I think is really interesting. But overall, I want to have my main character do it because my main character is, you know, kind of my avatar, my representation of the game, and so I want them to be having that conversation whenever possible. You know, we've had Lae'zel do some of the stuff when it's Get the Ancient stuff, but yeah, mostly it's going to be me. Now, I still like the druid shape-shifting stuff, certainly. But one of the things I talked about in the last stream is maybe I consider doing a swap on Dell to a Circle of Land druid and be a little bit more focused on spell casting rather than Circle of Moon druid, which is supposed to be optimized for shape-shifting. And Circle of Moon is, I really like it in tabletop. But in tabletop, you can do a few more things, like you can maintain and reactivate some of your spells, like Moonbeam and stuff like that, shapeshift, and you can't do it here. I will say that the Circle of the Spore Druid, yes, we're going to be reading resubs in about 5 minutes, and I'll tell you why shortly. The Circle of Spore Druid is supposed to be really good here in Baldur's Gate 3, because it's got a lot of great summons and a lot of, like, crazy synergies you can do, and Spore Druid might not even be like top tier. It isn't top tier in tabletop, but is quite good here in Baldur's Gate 3. But I didn't really want to muck around with a billion different summons, so I've decided to go and rebuild Dell as a Circle of Land druid, which is the more spellcastery focused druid. It does come with the ability to regain spell slots, similar to what the wizard does, but also at every so many levels, it also gives you access to some extra bonus spells that are just flat out available to you based on what land you take at those various level ups. And I didn't really necessarily go thematic with them. Like I think I took like ocean land at some point, just because it was kind of working out. One of the big things is it does give us the ability to cast haste as Delurs, which is really quite good. We also get Misty Step, which is kind of nice. Mirror Image, no complaints there. Sleet Storm. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to try to use some cold damage shenanigans. I have been poo-pooing some of the cold damage items as we've gone. I said, you know what? Let's go and give it a chance, because I'm quite curious to see what we can do. So here's what we have done. First of all, that was the other thing with the shapeshifting. Now, Dell's still going to do plenty of owlbear stuff. We still have access to owlbear. The only thing we've lost by not being Circle of the Moon is shapeshifting is now standard action instead of bonus action. But with the owlbear, we can still shift and then leap in. In fact, with the Moon Druid thing, it was a little bit weird because we'd bonus action to shift into owlbear form, which then mean we couldn't use the owlbear's like big stompy leap thing, because that was also a bonus action. So it might weirdly work out better to have the shapeshift itself be a standard action as opposed to a bonus. Yeah. The other thing we lose is the Moon Druid at level 5 or 6, I don't remember what it was, it might have been 6, gained the ability that their claw attacks would count as magic weapons for the purpose of ignoring resistance. Except we ran into a fight where that wasn't working. with our Moon Druid build, we were slashing at something that had resistance versus non-magical slashing weapons, and it was still having our damage. So it's possible that was glitched anyway. So, as a result, maybe we won't cry about losing out on that. The next big thing would be at level 10 Druid. Then the Moon Druid gets some pretty sick shapeshift forms, in which case we might just respec back. We'll see. So, first let's talk about the items that Dell is going to be using here. First of all, and the big thing that I'm sort of basing things around a little bit is the Snowburst Ring, right? Which I've kept for a while. It's when the wearer deals cold damage, they also create a 4.5 meter circle of ice around the target. On top of that, Shadowheart has been wearing these disintegrating Nightwalkers for a while, which makes it so that she can't slip on ice, which is very nice, very thematic. Gives her Misty Step, which she may or may not need, but it's very cool for her to be using these, and she can't slip on ice. And then with Karlach, I've gone ahead and giving her these Hoarfrost boots as well, where she can't slip on ice. I think I may have to track these down on a vendor, because I think we'd sold them to a vendor at some point. So my two people who are going to be in melee now can no longer slip on ice. Adele, if he shapeshifts, can still slip on ice, so we have to be careful. If we're going to be jumping in as an owlbear, we're going to want to make sure to make determinations about whether we're icing things up or not.
No one stopped.
So we got that. I also went ahead and gave Dell the Morning Frost here, so we deal bonus cold damage and can inflict chill, and we're going to mess around with this. In terms of spells, we have the Ray of Frost cantrip. We've got the level 1 spell Ice Knife, which was never that enticing to me, but now I think might do some really cool stuff. We've also got Sleet Storm over here to create a bunch of ice surfaces, ruin concentration, do some fun things like that. That we can do. Sleet Storm is a concentration spell, so I don't expect they'll use it as much, because I suspect our concentration will most likely go towards either haste, or it could be Call Lightning or Moonbeam or something like that. That might be a possibility for our concentration spells, but we will see. Defensively, we have 1 level of Sorcerer. Okay, ads are about to start in 1 minute. The timing of the start of the stream was wonkified, and I've snoozed the ads 3 times now, but I can't snooze them anymore on Twitch. So they're going to start in 1 minute, which is when we're going to read our subscriptions. So if you are not subscribed and you are going to be seeing ads, don't worry, we'll make sure you're not missing anything important while that goes. So yeah, so that's going to be my idea. We went Sorcerer 1 to start off with, because starting with Sorcerer gives you proficiency in Constitution saves, which is what you use for concentration. I also gave Dell here the Warcaster feat, so he will get advantage on concentration checks. So he should be pretty good at upkeeping either haste or Call Lightning or something like that, depending on how it goes. The level 1 of Sorcerer also, gave us access to Magic Missile, which is really important to finish off certain things, pop illusions, do that kind of jazz. All this because we've got Magic Missile here, not to mention I've got it on Shadowheart now because she has the same thing where we splash the level Sorcerer, and because Dell can cast haste, we don't need Gale anymore, which means we bring Asterion back in for single target damage. Woohoo! I bought him the UNT Scale Mail from the merchant right over here, so he's got some great AC going on. We kind of need to find him a better ranged weapon, because we've been slacking on that because we haven't been using him for a bit, but I think it's going to be great to have Asterion back. Let's read the subs and resubs. Well, the ads actually haven't started soon. It's really weird. Twitch will do a countdown, and then it'll just switch from counting down to the start of the ads to ads starting soon. Again, I'm trying to make it so that no one who's going to see the ads is going to miss any real content. At the start, before the stream went, I went and produced a whole lot of potions and things like that, and elixirs, which we're probably going to consume basically now. We have 2 short rests ready for the day. Dell has all his spell slots. Shadowheart has most of her spell slots available. She's got a couple that were used up over here, but basically we're fresh and rosy for the start of our day here. So we'll do that. There we go. Now the ads just kicked in. So let's go ahead and read the resubs, because it's a great time for it. Also, did the Moobot pick a VIP? I technically turned on that feature ages ago, but it wanted to collect a bunch of information from chat first before it did that. VIP will just put a fun little flag next to your name, and it's a reward for, showing up early and talking early. We've got, first of all, Favel Orbios. Also, is my volume really low? Might just be my personal speakers. Yeah, okay, it looks like we're okay. Favel Orbedius, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. If you are on Discord, you can link Twitch and Discord, and you should get an invite immediately to the Quillitine Discord channel, where I talk about things like this. At the end of last stream, did a lot about theory crafting with the group over there about what to do with Dell. Also, I did get one request from someone. Balls. I think they go by another name maybe on Twitch as well. I'm not sure. But Balls on Discord mentioned that we might have wanted to save scum and reload the event and talk to a few more NPCs before the big fight here at the inn started. I hear what you said. I think I'm not going to do it. We're gonna stick with what has happened at this point. But I wanted to acknowledge that I did see that, and I did strongly consider it. In terms of resubs, we got Pizza Metris, who have resubbed for the 35th months. Silent the Hunters at 31. Eurastus at 58 months. Yondar's at 35, almost 3 years. Yeah, 1 month away. Coolman Nachos at 104 months. And says, hello, Quill, I got a question for you. Do you like peppermint flavor, chocolate, and or schnapps? Yes, I do. I really like most things mint. Chocolate mint is really good. We don't really do schnapps here, but I have had it, and it is quite lovely. Pun time. Chocolate cake puns bake me smile. This will come in candy someday. You're not going to believe who stole the chocolate cookies. Thank you very much for the puns, Kuman. Mr. Coke has got their 2nd month resub. Thank you very much. After all this time, all videos enjoyed, I get to be able to subscribe. Thank you very much, Mr. Coke. Thenian is at 75 months. Akiro is at 67. Mr. Galdor is at 25 months. Vortorian is at 57 months and says +1. And Muan Shan has got a 1-year Twitch anniversary. Thank you very much for that. Boom. Where's my liquidation here? Yeah, VIP is very important, Pigeon. Exactly. All right, so let's talk about the plan today. As far as I know, we're basically done, at least for now, in the Last Light Inn, although I just noticed there's a whole area over here we haven't poked our head in. So we're going to do that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to be heading south. We've gotten a billion things leading us towards going to Moonrise Tower for lots of different reasons. And also we've been told to investigate the House of Healing because there's a fella in here that I can't remember what the breadcrumb was that led us to go there, but I definitely want to go to the House of Healing because I went through there in multiplayer, and wow. But trigger warning, when we get there, might be a little gory. But for now, let's just go north slightly because we still have to investigate the Selunite stuff in here. Oh, do I have to recast my daily buffs? Speak with animals, Longstrider. Oh, Asterion needs...
But it can take anything.
Longstrider.
It'll need to.
There we
Cleric's
go.
magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Jahira wants to know about supplies.
So we'll straight north over here and investigate yet another... Oh my god, it's Damon! Damon's here! Very worried about Mole. Do we know where she was taken or by whom? Well, she was taken by the forces that presumably are over at Moonrise Tower. So yeah. Damon!
Karlak, I thought you'd be in the city by now.
Well, we
We were
keep,
ambushed by
side questing.
cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge.
Oh, I missed someone else in Last Light to talk to? Grunty, what name? Who should I
Before
look
you
for?
run off into the belly of the beast, there's something I need to tell you.
Uh-oh.
Well, 2 things. Good news and bad news.
What do you want to hear first, Karlak?
The good news, obviously.
Okay.
I only need 1 more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber.
Well, we
that
have,
can
like,
make it
at least
possible
one.
for Karlak to...
Touch people.
Exactly.
Bone!
Oh my god.
Check near the stairs to go
It's
up. It's an
really
old friend.
happening.
Okay, Grunty.
It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing.
Here's the bad news.
Hang on.
Betty
I
can't
think
do it
you
until we
want
get
to
the
hear
Baldur's
bad
Gate.
news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please.
Let Damon speak. This sounds important.
Fine. Well, go on then.
I know.
I don't enjoy saying this, Karlak,
Okay, Flamebear.
but there's no 2 ways about it. Your engine is going to blow, and I can't fix it.
Oh, so we have
I'm not
2
sure
explosive people in our party.
It's simply too
Well, in our
hot
group.
to exist here in the material plane. Unless you return to Avernus for good, this thing is going to blow. Sooner rather than later.
No!
But still, you can give me something that'll let me touch again, right? Safely.
Yes, but
That's all I need to know. Do it. Please.
Oh, so you can do it now. Engine's gonna explode soon. What, did he say soon? How soon is soon? Listen, step one, let's give him the iron.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time.
We still haven't given her a
Going
freaking
to
soul
install it
coin to
yourself.
power our engine up.
This should do the trick.
Flame's gonna start dimming.
There. So did it work?
Still kind of looks
Only
like she's
one
on
way to
fire.
find out.
Well, I'm gonna pull her into a hug. I mean, come on. If I get burned, then you know what? We got healing potions for that. She looks like she'd be such a good hugger too.
Thank you.
I mean, she's still on fire. Well, or maybe she's more just like got light effects going on
I
than
can't believe it.
I don't know.
Thank you, Danon. Thank you so much.
Still looks like
It's the
flames.
least I could do. Before you go, there's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours. It's
Yes, we
contained
know.
For the moment,
You gave us
it's
this
just too
exposition
hot to
already.
exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it.
I mean, she
Even
literally
with
wouldn't
this.
be in the world. She'd be in an
I
alternate
won't
plane
stop
of
trying to
existence,
figure out
but-
a cure, but at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
Maybe we can go live in Grimforge. There's a bunch of exposed magma there. Awkward stare. Awkward stare. Awkward stare. Thank you, Damon. We'll have to make the inevitable then. Oh, I like that. I like that kind of wordplay. First things first. Karlak, you have touchback. We have to celebrate that. Actually, yeah. We have to have a frickin' party right now.
Right? All this doom and gloom. I have something far more exciting on my mind than this bloody tin box. Thanks, Damon. Really. You've given me more than I could ever repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck, both of you. Look after yourself, all right?
I don't know why. The first J for opening the journal doesn't always click in. Fiery friend. What? I'm sorry. That's literally the entire state of Karlak. Oh, guess this part is done. Karlak's heart was upgraded again, but Damon bore bad news. I'm like, over here, we defeated the paladins hunting Karlak. She joined our search for a cure for the parasite. Like, really? That's what you have to say about Karlak? Quest log? I mean, rude. Okay. Oh, yeah. Dialogue.
This is the best day.
So
The
happy.
best day.
So happy for you. I'm worried what Diamond said about your engine. We need to get back to Avernus or it's going to blow. She knows that. We don't have to keep saying that. We don't have to keep harping on about it. She knows. So I'm so happy for you, Karlak.
I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to cuddle up to tonight, and I'll be the happiest woman on the Sword Coast.
Anyone in mind?
I'm not sure. Depends who's got me in mind. Withers was giving me the old eye the other night. Then again, maybe it was just an old eye.
I ship it. Okay, well, I guess this is the only option left. We'll see how she responds about this, the whole Avernus thing.
Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the Hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact.
I mean, I get it.
I don't expect anyone to understand that.
Thrice-wise, we didn't
But I've been
fix
dealt a
her
hand
heart.
most
We
people
upgraded
don't
it a
have to
second time.
contemplate
So it's a
playing.
little bit better, but sounds like inevitably it's going to give out unless she goes back to hell. Wouldn't be forever. You could return just long enough for us to find the solution. I mean, and that's a practical thing, right? If you went to Avernus for a little while and did that, but I think the implication, and I'm sure that's what she's going to say if I click this, is that there's a good chance she'd just get captured again when there. You know, we're a team. We make these kinds of decisions together.
Not always.
Actually, that's fair. It is her decision.
I'm sorry, but this one is mine.
Oh, don't forget to trade with Damon too. Oh yeah, we never merchandised with him.
I don't want to talk about this now. I've been given a huge gift. I can touch the people I love for the first time in a decade. And
It's a shame
for
that
the
her
first
armor
time
is so
in a
like
decade,
freaky
there are
deaky.
people I care about all around me. Let me enjoy that, please.
All right, Karlach, I'll leave it alone for now.
Thanks, soldier. I just want to celebrate
She's not
this.
dumb. She doesn't need me to micromanage her
At least for a
life.
little.
So I wonder if any of her buffs change. She had the hellish resistance before. I think Heart of Blaze might be new. Yeah, she can touch others without burning, and she can no longer be charmed. Okay. For a while we were wearing the anti-charm ring on her, but I guess she doesn't need that anymore. That's cool. That's really good.
Is that blood?
All right, Damon, where'd you go?
Never mind. Something's on my mind.
Nowhere safe from this damned absolute. If you need something sharp, I have a few things left.
Oh yeah, earlier I mentioned you could work with interesting materials.
I
What do
can
you mean?
sense some. Smell it almost. Somewhere in the area.
So sewer
Underground,
work?
maybe. Out there in the shadows. If you find it, bring it to me. I'll make something incredible.
Must be something else. Well, I found this metal in a place called Grimforge. What can you make of it? Well, we got a few things.
Absolutely. Rare to get your hands on this stuff. Well done keeping it to hand.
I don't remember what it is. But let's see what happens. Stop. Hammer time. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I'm pretty sure that's how that song goes.
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong
What'd
kind
you
of
make me?
attention.
Flawed Helldusk armor. Okay, it's heavy armor. Lesser Infernal Retribution. When you're hit by a foe within 2 meters, it might take 1 to 4 fire damage. Wish these things were maybe a little more described, but okay. Superior plate, 1 less piercing. Disadvantage on stealth checks. Okay, so I feel like this is pretty standard sort of full plate, but with the retribution. And right now, we don't have anyone in the party who wears heavy armor. This could be a Lae'zel thing later. We could also sell it, but it's pretty special, so I'll probably keep it around. I'll just send it to camp for now. Listen, apparently I have a
Can't
second
sleep.
weird material.
So I might as well hammer.
Wait,
Need anything?
do I have multiple copies of that weird metal? Hang on, I'm gonna go with option 3 for a sec. I found a material you could work with. What can you make of it? I mean, they didn't
It's
come back with
perfect.
more mithril.
Really? Just a moment. I'll be able to work this one quickly.
I'd have quite a few things to give him. All right, well, let's keep going it. If we end up with a bunch of dupes of stuff, then we'll sell the excess. Strange.
There you are.
Be careful who